What is happening, Affiliate Nation? Shane Carling here. We're going to be talking about how to do Facebook Lives today. This is a Magnetic Marketing Secrets class, and this is exclusive inside of the Affiliate Nation group. So I'm going to wait just a few moments here for some people to pop on. But what we're going to be talking about today, guys, are a lot of strategies, things that and tips and hacks, things that can help you make your Facebook Lives look better, come across better, attract more people, hold more attention. And so you want to make sure that you pay close attention. We're going to talk about things that are very important: framing, lighting, staging, right? Like, for example, I'm going to give you a quick little staging tip right here. This is Bentley, my little chihuahua, and this is his little step-up pillow to get on the couch. So I didn't put that there. Anyways, hey, welcome to the class. We're going to be talking about how to do Facebook Lives today, and I'm going to help you guys get over this fear that most people have around doing Facebook Lives. So I'm just going to wait just a few moments here, but while I am waiting, why don't you go ahead and let me know where you are watching from. We got about 1,000 people. I think this week we broke over 1,000 people inside of this community. So that's really exciting, guys. Go ahead. There are 5 eyeballs on here. Let's get some more people on here. Take some friends if you got some friends inside of this community. I'm going to talk about how to do Facebook Lives like a boss, all right? I'm going to talk to you about how to make your videos stand out. There's a lot of little things that you guys might not know or be aware of that you can do to really make your Facebook Lives stand out. So while I am waiting, go ahead, type in the chat. Let me know where you're from. I'm actually, I'm going to go get some water, some aqua. William says, watching from Ohio. Awesome, William. That's great that you are coming at us from Ohio. All right, welcome. So let's see who else we got on here. A bunch of people. Hey guys, come on, tune in. I'm gonna get this class going here. I feel like I need some water. Oh, that's good. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about how to do Facebook Lives, and I'm gonna get right into this class. So the first thing I want to talk about on how to do Facebook Lives is this. Like, the biggest issue that people have when it comes to doing a Facebook Live is that they don't know what to say when it comes to doing a Facebook Live. They feel nervous, they feel awkward, they feel like they don't have enough value to add to their audience, and they just don't know what to say. And when they do a Facebook Live, they don't say anything, or they feel awkward or uncomfortable. If that sounds like you, I'm going to help you get some mental. We're going to talk about the mindset for doing a Facebook Live, okay? So in mindset, you got to understand this thing. This is like, if you're doing something or not doing something, you're always gaining momentum, good or bad. Things are always compounding on you, okay? So, you know, and to do a Facebook Live, you really have to become comfortable in your own skin. You know, like, and if you're not, then you got to start doing Facebook Lives until you become comfortable in your own skin. And I was talking to some people earlier this week that they know that they have to do Facebook Lives, right? Like, guys, here's the thing. Most people don't have the money that they need to spend on ads to make the sales that they want to be making. Most people don't have the money for the mentors of the coaches to be able to learn all of the different pieces and components when it comes to doing really, you know, online marketing is complex, right? You got to find offers, you got to create ads, you got to write the copy for the ads, you got to run the ads, you got to, you know, you got to have a funnel, you got to have all these different components, and cost a lot of money. There's a lot of moving pieces, okay? So online marketing works, but it costs a lot of money to get it all put together, okay? There's offline marketing, which is calling friends and family, which is not something most people are going to do, and knocking doors and all that kind of stuff, doing belly-to-belly sales. Most people aren't comfortable doing that. And so the best way for most people is doing organic marketing, okay? And in order to do organic marketing, you have to be in sight. You have to be in mind. You have to become a figure of authority. You've got to be adding value to your audience. You've got to be able to get eyeballs on your content and on your posts. And if you fail to do that, right? William says, I can't imagine doing a live. I don't even make videos. Cool. Stick with me here. I'll walk you through this whole process, right? So most people aren't comfortable doing Facebook Lives. I think it's all because we get these stories in our minds about, the viewer, the audience, right? And so here's the thing. You can make all the best posts in the world. But if you really want your audience to connect with you, Facebook Lives are where it's at. Now, one of the biggest fears in the world is public speaking. People freak out about public speaking. I used to as well. I'm not by the way, no one who's a good public speaker started off not afraid of it. Everybody who has ever done public speaking started off scared to death about the idea of speaking in front of people, right? Just that they just did it. It's like going cliff jumping, right? You jump, they just jumped. They're the ones that jumped, and then they realized it wasn't that bad, and then they jumped again, and then jumped again. Public speaking is a real fear. It's a real fear. In fact, there's a statistic. People are more afraid of death than they are, people are more afraid of public speaking than they are of death. Most people would rather die than speak in front of a crowd. Isn't that crazy? Right? It's crazy. But it's all because of stories. We have these stories in our mind. We're so afraid of rejection. People get so afraid of ridicule, so afraid of being seen to do the wrong thing. And I totally understand that because it's a common fear, right? But if you want to stick out like a sore thumb like this in your marketing, you got to do Facebook Lives. It just makes you stand out more. Okay? What's up, Amir? So here's where we're going to talk about some things to help you get over your fear of doing a Facebook Live. Number one is this. The reason people are afraid to do a Facebook Live is because they're afraid of A, and actually all these things being rejected, B, being made fun of, C, being seen as foolish, D, being seen as a salesperson or spammy or cheesy. People are also afraid of doing Facebook Lives because they're afraid of what their friends just might think of them, right? They don't want to have conflict. Most people would do anything that they can to avoid any type of conflict, right? And so, and I don't know, there's a million other fears. Here's the best thing that I've found has helped me just get over that fear to doing it, okay? My dad said, Shane, if people are going to watch you, give them a show. All right, Dad. So, and the other thing is, if you're going to do a Facebook Live and you're afraid of what people think, then just imagine that every single person on earth knows every single thing about you. Awkward, weird, but you seem to be okay. And so maybe that'll help shift your confidence level. It's just like, if they already know everything about you, we're on social media. People practically do know everything about each other these days, right? It's kind of nuts, right? So stop worrying about it and just make some stuff. What do you think would happen, right? If you actually just ask yourself, what is the worst possible thing that can happen? And then just do it. Just get over it, right? There's the only thing that will help you do a Facebook Live is you just got to do a Facebook Live and stop worrying. Because also, here's a couple reality checks for you too. You doing a Facebook Live does not mean the whole world's actually going to see it, because you haven't been doing Facebook Lives. So if you haven't been doing Facebook Lives, no one's going to see your Facebook Live anyways, because you haven't been making content. So Facebook hasn't been actually putting your posts up on people's wall. In fact, if you haven't been doing organic marketing, which means you've been posting 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times a day, then you're not going to be seen by many people anyways when you do the Facebook Live. Maybe 2 or 3 or 4 people might see you, right? Your first couple weeks of doing Facebook Lives. So if you understand that it's not a big deal, you might be a rock star. You might have the best speech on the planet. It doesn't matter. Your first couple weeks of doing Facebook Lives, really, no one's going to see your live, because you've got to build up some consistency with it before Facebook will start showing your live to enough people, or before your audience starts to become familiar enough with your Facebook presence that they'll actually want to stop for a second and tune in. But here's what the beautiful part of this is. That means you get time to practice. You have at least 2 weeks where you could do a Facebook Live every day and hardly anyone's going to freaking see it. So that's a lot of good time to practice. So you can get all of the crappy out, okay, when you're doing Facebook Lives. Remember, you doing your one Facebook Live, trust me, like no one's going to see it. No one. You won't even watch it. Like no one will watch your Facebook Live. You've got to be consistent at doing Facebook Lives for weeks before people really start to realize that you're throwing value out there. Okay? So you have time to get good before people start to notice you. You have time to cut your teeth stinking at doing Facebook Lives. And that is the most glorious and encouraging thing ever, because people don't do Facebook Lives because somehow they think as soon as they hit the live button that 100,000 people are going to watch them. And they're going to say and do the wrong thing and act like an idiot and look dumb. Well, guess what? Here's the best news for you. No one's going to watch your Facebook Lives until you get good. So get good, and then people will start watching. Okay? Now, sometimes you might hit a fluke, and a bunch of people will actually watch your Facebook Live. Great. Okay? Give them a show. Do something good. All right? So just understand that it takes time to build your audience for people to actually watch your Facebook Lives. Okay? So just do it. And like anything else, you'll become more comfortable. The other thing is the camera is literally your friend. I want you to talk to the camera like it's your best friend, like it's just someone who you know. You know, every day you talk to people, right? Unless you're a mute or a hermit who lives in a monastery, you talk to people every day. Every single day you're having conversations. Every single day you have great ideas. Every single day you're giving someone advice or something, like you're having some sort of value. You're adding value to some people in your life. All we want to consider is that on a Facebook Live, we're just taking that and that same energy, that same mindfulness, the same playfulness, the same character, who you are, and we're just doing it in front of your phone on a Facebook Live, okay? So understand that you want to get comfortable building a relationship with talking to the camera. And it once you've done it like a dozen times or so, like even less, some people are comfortable after just a few, it becomes second nature. It becomes super easy. I've done so many Facebook Lives and I don't have to sit here and think and worry about what I'm going to say or what I'm going to do. Like I just like freestyle it, right? I freestyle it. I don't like running off of a script. My business partner, Jordan, he likes to have notes and stuff. I'm a no-note type of guy. I just say, let's just rock and roll. I'm just going to go and have an idea, and I'm going to do it, okay? So that's the big thing. Is just remember the mindset is no one starts off being exceptional. You just have to start off to get good, to become exceptional. You got to start, okay? Don't worry about what people think. Remember, people's opinions do not pay your bills. But your goal here isn't to get their opinions. Your goal with organic marketing is to get people to be drawn to you, to add so much value to them that they see you as a figure of authority and an expert in the field. So when you do sell or pitch your products or do a call to action, they're going to take you seriously and they're going to sign up with whatever it is that you're doing, okay? The other thing is, when you're doing a Facebook Live, treat the camera as if it's your friend, okay? Treat the camera like it's your friend and look in the camera lens. So you can tell my eyes, like right now I'm looking at me and you can see I look like I'm looking at your ear, right? Here's me looking at the camera hole. Well, I've got the selfie screen over here, but you don't want to sit there and look at yourself. It's easy. Look at, here I am, I'm looking at myself, but it's kind of looks off, right? Like I'm not quite looking at you. It looks like I'm that friend who's just staring at that strange thing on the top of your head. Yeah, it's right there. Just go ahead and take it off. No, I'm just kidding. Now here I am. Now I'm looking at you. Boom. Right? Direct eye contact. So it's tempting to look at yourself like over here in the camera, but direct your focus to the camera lens. Okay? Again, it's like you're looking somebody in the eye. All right? When you're looking in the camera. And the only reason that you want to take, keep yourself in selfie frame is just so you can get a peripheral view of the framing and your staging and your lighting to make sure things are on point. So, you can do a quick reference check over to your camera here, but keep your eye focused right on the camera hole. All right. So that's really going to help your audience feel like they're making more of a connection with you. Okay, so those things right there are very, 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 very valuable tips. Next is framing. This is so huge. But before we talk about framing, I want to talk about lighting, which is even more important. All right, we'll talk about lighting first. So ideally, you should have 2 selfie lights, 2 ring lights, or 2 ambient lights, like those things that are big squares, whatever they're called. I'm not a lighting expert, but I just have enough lights, okay? And I understand something about how to get your lights positioned. So let's talk about lighting, okay? So some of you might not have lights. Some of you don't. You should invest. Like I've got this guy right here. This costs $24 on Amazon, 24 Canadian. So that's like $17 American, all right? So it's a 9-inch ring light. And it's got a dimmer, okay? And it can also change color. So it can go from white to a more warm color. It's almost like an orange, all right? Now, depending on your skin complexity and the time of day, you might want to change the color, right? To give you a little bit more, like if I, like that's cold light, that's warm. So I usually have just a little bit warm. That will make my skin look a little bit more orange. Like that's too orange and I look really orange. So you want to find somewhere in the middle, right? And again, it really depends on your skin complexity, your skin tone. You find a nice color that works best for you. Now, if you don't have lights, here's the thing. What a lot of people do, a lot of people will do this, and I don't like seeing this stuff. They'll do a Facebook Live like this. The problem with doing a Facebook Live like this is it's a very plain, boring background, okay? People are sitting on a couch, they have a white wall behind them. And that's not, it's not the best. And most people that do a Facebook Live like this, I hate seeing Facebook Lives like this because it's really boring and it doesn't look professional and it's not a very empowering posture. Okay? So if you don't have light, here's the secret. Face a window. Yeah. Let me turn that off. So if you don't have light, face a window. All right? Because the window will light your face up. You need to give your camera as much to work with as possible. Okay? So face a window so that you're evenly lit. All right? Face a window so you're evenly lit. Okay? Like if I'm going like this, for example. Okay, so it's dark in this side of the room. It's dark over there. So if I just have no lights, right? Here I am. Well, I turn this light on. Boom. I turn this other light on. And I've got this big selfie light right here, this big ring light. Okay, this is an amazing thing. Now, that's a little bit more expensive. It's like $118 or something like that, worth every penny. It's dimmable. I can change these plates from a white light to more of a orange light, more warm. But right there, okay, now the image almost looks like it's like 3D. It's like it's more popping out of the camera because I've got lights that are lighting up my face, so the camera is able to pick that out more, right? I also have depth in the background. I have a nice background. It's not too busy, but it looks beautiful. It's a nice background, right? And like honestly, doesn't cost much. Like I got these things here at IKEA, right? They're like these little things, and I don't know. I mean, just whatever. Just make it look good. I got a plant in the background. It's one of those little, flowery thingies. I don't know what that's called. That thing. Okay, and I got a chihuahua over there. Look at him. Oh, little guy. All right? So I just have, not too busy of a background. I might move the mirror. I mean, it's there for now. Just whatever. Move stuff around. Sometimes I like rearranging. But, so this is a setup. Now, you have the bigger, stronger light in the darker part of the room to give you more light. Now, you see how there's a little bit shine on my face. So that means it's maybe a little too bright. You can dim the light, just a touch like I just did now. And that's a little bit more balanced, right? And, if I turn this light off here, right, you see how much light that is making up for me, right? Lighting makes you beautiful. So just Get the lights going, okay? Also, your camera takes a little time to adapt to light. It'll kind of change its own stuff, right? The way it's picking up your image. So you want to give it a few seconds to kind of adapt before you go live. And before you go live, make sure you got your lighting on point, okay? And make sure you are well framed. Now let's talk about framing, okay? Framing is the rule of thirds. If you get this down, this is going to help you in freaking everything, all right? The framing. So just imagine you can go to your camera. Okay, so if you have an iPhone, you go settings, write this down, settings, scroll down to camera, and turn grid on. Okay, turn grid on. You want a 3x3 grid. Now you can follow the rule of thirds. I'm pretty sure it's identical on the Samsung or iPhone, on Android. You might have to go to your actual camera and click on settings, but turn your grid on. When you turn your grid on your phone, you're going to see a grid. You're going to see 9 squares, okay, 3x3. The reason you want to follow the 3x3 grid is so that you can follow the rule of thirds. And the rule of thirds is very simple. You always want to make sure you're framed in the top 2/3 of the frame, okay? So your chin shouldn't really go lower, or it shouldn't enter the bottom third of the frame. Okay, you want to keep it above the top. And when you're taking a picture of someone or a video of someone, make sure that you're also doing the rule of thirds. Keep the head to the top of the frame. So you can see where the top of my head is, it's near the top of the frame, or it's even cut off at the top of the frame, just a touch, which is okay. But you don't want to be center frame. Okay, center frame is not a good look. There's a lot of psychological reasons for this, but you don't want to be stuck, down in the middle of the frame. And you definitely don't want to be at the bottom of the frame, all right? That's just a weird look. So keep yourself properly framed in your Facebook Live, okay? Good lighting, good framing. Now, there's a couple other things that I would say are pretty key. If you're walking around, get a gimbal. I'm going to show you guys what I got. Okay, hang on a second. This is going to look crazy for a sec. Whoop, there we go. I just turned my gimbal off. Okay. So here's me holding my phone up, no gimbal, all right? Which is okay. If you don't have a gimbal on you, you can do it. But, it's easy to shake the hand and get wobbly screen on people, right? Like if you guys are watching this on a big screen, this is, we're getting dizzy, right? So use this. It's a DJI Osmo gimbal. They're $100 at the Apple Store. $100. If you want to get this extra little base thing, I think it's an extra $50. But you could also just use any old tripod stand, okay, for like $10. I just went and bought the full thing, so it just kind of all works together. But any gimbal or tripod will do. But the gimbal, what this does is this holds your phone steady and it will prevent shake. Okay, it'll hold it nice and level, and it gives it that nice, fluid, smooth, cinematic type of feel. And it really does stand out quite a lot. People are always asking me, Shane, what are you using on your Facebook Lives? Now I'm going to put it back in my gimbal so I can see. You can see. All right, turn it back on. Whoop. All right, cool. So now, see, it's all nice and smooth. I'm actually shaking my hand like this right now, and look at, I'm shaking my hand like crazy, and the phone is barely moving. Okay, that's why a gimbal is so amazing. So you want to make sure that you get a DJI Osmo gimbal. There are other gimbals out there. What I like about the Osmo is it has a mobile app, which is really, really cool. But it's just reliable. I mean, I've had it for a while, and it just works. It's got a long battery life. Not only does it have long battery life, but if your phone is dying, it's got USB things. You can plug your phone in while you're doing a Facebook Live, or while you're shooting videos or using it. So it's really cool. The other thing is, let's talk about, sometimes people do their Facebook Lives vertical. So vertical would be this way. Now I'm going to look sideways for a second, but hang on. All right. So people do their Facebook Lives this way. You want to be horizontal. So here is the tip for this. When you're making your Facebook Live, and we're going to talk about headlines next, okay? But stay tuned for that. We're going to talk about headlines so you can actually get people's attention while you're scrolling, right? after you type your headline in for your Facebook Live, like, you know, above this, it talks about magnetic marketing secrets, how to do Facebook Lives. That's the headline on this. Okay? After you type that in, you hit the little dots or whatever, you hit the things, so you go Facebook Live. Make sure your phone is horizontal first before you hit start. Some people will start their, you know, they'll type it in and then they hit live while their phone is this way, and then they turn their phone this way and they end up looking sideways, or they're sideways, because Facebook will lock you in to whichever position your phone is in when you hit the start button. So make sure your phone is sideways, horizontal, okay, this way, lengthways this way, okay, before you hit start button. Then your Facebook Live will be the right way, horizontal. I mean, you can do sometimes, you can do the vertical, but people they're just used to seeing videos going this way, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? It's also easier to stage yourself up with framing, because if you're doing your video where you're, you know, lengthwise, like where it's vertical, I don't know, it's just a whole audio, you know what I mean? It's easier to just do from here to here, right? On your Facebook Live. It's easier to manage, looks better. People are used to seeing it that way. Frame yourself up properly, get some good lighting, and do it sideways, okay? So that's how you do it. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is headlines, okay? Guys, if you do a Facebook Live without giving a headline, just, I don't know. I just throw a potato at yourself, because it's silly. Like, no one's going to watch your Facebook Live if they don't see a headline. Here's, like, people can't hear your Facebook Live, right? They can't hear what you're saying. They just see this. So if you don't have a headline that calls them to action, that speaks to a pain, that showcases a solution, that tells them what they're going to learn from watching you, then they're not going to. So these are some, like, very simple things that you can do right now. Number one, get over yourself. Just do Facebook Lives. Just keep doing them. Number two is make sure that you're well lit and well framed, okay? Number three is get a gimbal, okay? Number four is come up with a good headline. And that's going to help you do your Facebook Lives, and it's going to help you knock them out of the park. And the main thing the other thing, a little bonus training, is you got to move around, okay? You got to move around. You can't be sitting still. I move my hands all the time. I'm making body movements, because body language is a very powerful form of communication. And if you're not communicating with your hands, people are actually missing out on a lot of your cues, a lot of things that you're trying to get them. A lot of very valuable information happens with this stuff here. Magic hands, all right? So make sure that you are using your hands while you're speaking on camera, so that your audience kind of connects a little bit more with you, all right? And remember, treat the camera like it's your friend. Just talk to it like you'd talk to your friend. Get real with it. You're having the one moment in your life where your friend's not going to interrupt you. You get to say everything that you want to your friend, and they're not going to say, but Shane, but, you know, no one's going to interrupt you. Okay? So you have free reign over the time that you're doing your Facebook Live to say what you want to say. Say it. Make sure it's important. Teach people something. Add value. So that's it for today. I just want to give you guys tips on how to do Facebook Lives. I think next week I'll probably give you a whole bunch more tips on different things and how to actually come up with content for your Facebook Lives. Because a lot of people are like, well, thanks for showing us how to do Facebook Lives, but I still don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. And I'm going to teach you guys next time on what to talk about and how to come up with some topic wheels. So that's it for today's little magnetic marketing secrets. We look forward to seeing you guys in the next trainings I do. And also, don't forget, this Thursday, we have another exclusive webinar. People inside of our community have been joining and signing up like crazy. It's been blowing up. And this Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to have another Dynamite webinar. So I'm going to put the link to register for that webinar in the comments below. make sure that you do. You do not want to miss Thursday's webinar, guys. It is going to be an absolute freaking game changer. Our team has been growing. We've been expanding. We've been adding a lot more really amazing pieces to this thing. And I can't wait to share that with you guys this Thursday. Make sure you register. And again, the link will be in the link so that you can register for the webinar. Or whoever added you to this group, make sure you connect with them and get a link from them to register for Thursday's webinar. Take care, guys. Bye for now.